Welcome back, and thank you for joining me again. In my last video, I showed binding oats using a 1948 Farmall Super A and a PTO Drive Minnesota binder. Well, this past weekend, I had an opportunity to participate in threshing that oats, and I want to share some of that process with you. Here's what the threshing machine looked like after greasing and oiling and everything and getting all the belts installed. Threshing machines always fascinate me because from a single mechanical input, all of the moving parts are driven at the correct speeds and in the correct direction, depending entirely upon properly sized sheaves, and in some cases having belts with a twist in them, so that the driven sheave turns the opposite direction of the driver. This McCormick-Deering W-30 has a very touchy clutch, which made it kind of a challenge to get it lined up properly with the belt. Here we are turning the threshing machine over for the first time to be sure that it's all moving properly and everything is turning in the correct direction. This measuring device is quite possibly my favorite part of a threshing machine. There's an elevator on the side of the machine that brings grain up from the bottom and deposits it in a bucket. And there is a weighted arm attached to that bucket. When the weight of the grain in the bucket overcomes the weight of the arm, the mechanism trips, it interrupts the flow of grain from the elevator, and the bucket dumps into an auger that is fed out to the gravity wagon. Every time the mechanism trips, it rotates a counter, and if you have the weight set properly, you can keep track of exactly how many bushels you have threshed. We were partway into our fourth and final load when the tines came off of one of the pitchforks and was swallowed up by the threshing machine. Well, that caused a little bit of a delay as we tried to find all the pieces. We were able to pull out most of it, but never did find about a 5-inch section of one of the tines. Here's a look at the bottom of the bucket elevator that brings grain up to the measuring device. We had the end open while we were trying to find that broken piece of tine. Here's a look at the fruits of our labor. Until next time, thanks for watching.